Hi everyone, my name is Mary and welcome back to Queen Ink. Today in this video we are finally going to be sewing section 4 to sections 1, 2, and 3. So it would be at the top of section 3. If you watched the videos you would have already seen that we already sewed sections 1 and 2 together, and then 3 to section 1 and 2. Alrighty, so without further ado, this is section 4. This is what it looks like, as you can see. Okay. We are going to kind of pull this up for a moment. So don't forget, the tools that you are going to need is going to be a pair of scissors, a needle with a large eye hole, and a long thread. And make sure this doesn't tangle. Okay, so needle and thread with a long tail. Excuse me. You're gonna need a needle and a long thread. Okay, so I like to double it up. You can do one string if you like. I feel this is more secure. Okay, and then also you're gonna need some pins as well. So I'm going to use my pins here, probably the bigger ones. And then we're also going to grab, here we go, this is, make sure to get that out of the way real quick. So this will be, we'll flip it because we want all of the spines to go on the same side. So here we go. This will be section 1. Okay, as you can see, I'm going to roll it. Let's move the scissors out of the way so they don't fall off the table. We have section 2 right here. I will reveal this at the end of the video. And then of course this top portion is going to be section 3. So you probably have already seen sections 1, 2, 3, and section 4. I will reveal the whole entire bat once we are done. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll turn section 4 around so that way it connects. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down. Since we had to flip it, okay, make sure that this section lines up with section 3 right down here, okay? And then this section over here lines up. This section right here lines up with the spine of section 3, okay? So let's get that started. We're going to pinch on both sides. So we're going to pinch on this side like this. Sorry, I have a tiny camera. So we're going to pinch on this side and we're going to keep pinching. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our pins. So we're going to pinch on this side. We're going to find the spine. So the spine here and then the spine on the back. Grab a pin and we're going to connect those spines. I don't know what else to call them. We're going to move down until we see the next black spine and the next black spine here. And then I like to grab light pins like this white one so I can see where, so when I'm sewing I can see this is my next point. And then the last spine is going to be this one down here. I'll grab a yellow one, okay, and we're going to just pin it real quick. And then I'm also going to pin this black section and this black section. I want to make sure that those two are connected. So I'm going to pin it with a yellow pin, and then I'm going to pin this bottom section right down here. And we'll do, let's do a green one, okay? So we'll do a green one and we'll just connect it. At the end of the video, ouch, poked myself, be careful, these things can be sharp. At the end of the video, I will reveal the whole entire batt section so that way you can see it. We're going to turn the section, and if it's easier for you, roll your whole entire sections so that way it's easier for you to sew them together. If you're wondering why it's all of a sudden getting dark in the video, it's because we're going to get some rain today, and so it's getting kind of dark out. Okay, so let's grab our needle. I thought it was going to be nice and sunny so I could have a nice bright video, but it just kind of didn't happen. Okay, so we're going to try and get ourselves situated. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to move so that way you can see this a lot better. All right, here we go. And move that out just a little bit. Okay, here we go. So with your long thread and your needle, you're going to go at whichever end you would like, and what you're going to do is you're going to turn it and you're going to see these stitches. I'm really sorry if you are unable to see the stitches. Let's see if I can move the light so it's a lot easier. I'll move in just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so then you're going to find the last stitch right here. That's what we're looking for. And it looks like this one is also going to be a last stitch. We're going to put our needle right through there and pull through all the way until we get to the end, and see this nice little loop right here. We're going to put our needle right through, and as always I like to keep this straight. Even though a lot of times it's hard to keep it straight. So I'm just kind of twisting it until it becomes nice and straight like this. There we go, nice and straight. I'm going to go back through those stitches. Okay. I'm going to put my finger right on top so we keep those stitches, or excuse me, the thread nice and lined. And I'm going to put my needle right back through just like this, and then I'm going to pull on this. It looks like a piece of thread got stuck on there, and then I'm just going to pull nice and tight. Okay, and then we can just start going in and out of each of the stitches right here, just like this. Okay, in and out, just like that. And what I'll do is I'll meet you down here at this first pin, and I'll show you that round loop that I was doing, so that way we can close off that stitch and you don't have big holes into your work. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alrighty, I will meet you down at the bottom, and then also don't forget to kind of pull on your work a little, so that way stitches like this right here do not seem to be popping out like that. If you get a pop out like that, pull on one of the strings to see which one it is. Lightly pull on it, and then you can kind of stretch it out like this, okay? Alrighty, so I'll meet you right here at this little pin. Alrighty, so I am at the pink pin like I told you. So we have stitches right here and we have stitches right here. I know it's very hard to see. So what I end up doing is, if I can't see them very well, I will just go in through here. Try and find the stitch as best as I can and go up. And then I will go right back down through that stitch, and as you can see, we're kind of making a circle. Pull out the pin and then kind of pull on it nice and tight, trying to make sure this doesn't scrunch, and then we just go right back up through that section. Now the other thing is too, is if you can't see your stitches because the yarn is dark, just try and go into whatever stitch that your needle will allow you to, just like this. And do go slow because your yarn does tend to take, excuse me, I keep saying yarn, it's thread. Your thread does tend to tangle. Just make sure that you pinch so that way you're getting both sides. You're getting both the left side and you're getting both the right side, or the top side and the bottom side. You can always pull it apart to make sure you're actually going in between those stitches. The other thing is too, if you feel like your stitches are too far apart after you've sewn it all the way down, you can also come back and re-sew it. That way it gives it double security as well. That is another thing that you can do. Alrighty, I will now meet you down at the very bottom. So on every spine that you see right here, or every pin that you have, make sure, except for this one you don't need to do it on. This one I would, this yellow one. And the reason why this one you don't want to do it on is because we're just sewing it like normal. This is where a spine is what I call them, or ridges, okay, we'll call them ridges. So wherever the ridges are, that's where you want to do that circle round. It gives it more of a security, so that way we don't have big gaping holes. So I will meet you down here at the green pin, and then I will reveal the bat and we will be done with the video. This one will be a little bit shorter, so that way we can move on to sewing the bat to its wings. Alrighty, so I will be back shortly. Alrighty, we are finally nearing the end. As I said, I'd be right here at the green pin. And I'm sure you've already seen the bat several times because I keep revealing it. But this one is going to be a final reveal where you will actually get to see what it actually looks like. And then we will be sewing on the wings, so that way you get to see the full entire blanket. I will actually measure the blanket so that way you know how wide it is and how long it is. I'm going to go into one more stitch before we finish. Okay, so there we go, one more stitch. And then I'm going to go back over into that same stitch. And I'm going to put my finger on top. I know I keep showing you this over and over again, but I feel the more it's repeated, the more times you get more of the gist. I mean, there's other ways to sew off or finish your sewing. I just like this way the best. Okay, so we made a loop, and I'm going to put my needle through that loop. And then I'm going to pull my finger out and I'm going to put it through the new loop. We're going to pull up with my finger and down with the needle. Then we're going to go right back through there. And we're going to hear that click. Then I'm just going to go right back through. And then I'm going to take my scissors and we're going to cut off. Whoop. And then we are finally done sewing section 4. Onto sections 1, 2, and 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk away from my desk and I will actually show you what the bat middle section actually looks like. Now remember, on this section you only had to do one of each of the sections instead of two, because we're not doing 2 sections unless you're making like another blanket for your friend. Okay, so I will be back, and then you will get to see what this wonderful big middle section looks like. If I had my, what's that called? My measuring tape, I would measure it for you, but right now I can't seem to find my stuff. I keep putting it in places, and I should put it on my desk. So I'm going to go find some measuring tape, and I'll measure it real quick, and then I'll let you know the dimensions of this bat. Okay, we will be back shortly. Alright everyone, this is the reveal of the bat. This is the top portion. We're on my deck. As we're going down, this is what it looks like. And as you can see, that's my husband holding it in the background. So it is a very long blanket. It's about 6 feet. I think that's about 4 feet wide. No, about 4 feet. So there we go. That's what it looks like. We're going to go back to my desk and then we're going to finish out the video. I hope you enjoyed it, okay? We'll be back shortly. Alright everyone, we are back and I hope you enjoyed that reveal. Thank you for tuning into the video. I did actually measure the blanket, the width, so let's take a look. So it looks like it's going to be 21 inches wide for this bat. We are done with the middle section of the bat section. All 4 sections are crocheted, sewn together. The next section, we are going to be sewing the wings onto this bat right along here on this side right here. So I hope you stay tuned for that. And once we are done with that, we are going to reveal the whole entire blanket. I will be measuring it, telling you the width and everything and the length for each of the pieces. This one I know is going to be a little bit over 6 feet long. It is going to be a very big blanket. You will be able to fold it and keep yourself very warm during the winter time, and also have a beautiful symbol of the Batman. This Batman is the classic Batman, so it is not going to be any of the newer ones. Alrighty, so I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to scroll down, hit that like button so I know that you enjoyed this video. And if you're also new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe so you can see unique tutorials such as this one and others I will do in the future. Also, one more thing, if you don't mind, scroll down into the comments section and start letting me know what you think the next cardigan is that we are going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a Marvel character. This one is going to be in about 4 to 5 parts. I'm going to try and make it kind of like a shorter series. Yes, I love making series, so I'm really sorry about that. But we're going to try and make it a little bit shorter series. It's going to be not as long as this one. Alright, so I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and until next time, bye-bye.